Have you ever been playing a game and get hit with a bug that crashes your game and corrupts your save data? Or you've been playing with a friend and get hit with an hilarious bug that you both find absolutely funny? Well, today I'm going to be talking about bugs in games and the game industry in general. For example, like games these days, they release unfinished. To the point, some of them are even unplayable, right? And it's become accepted in the industry. Like, there's not as much outcry as there first was. You have people sticking up for it, you have people against it. But then you also have journalists who are very inconsistent with their reviews. So, for example, I'll use Days Gone as an example, right? So, Days Gone released, and it was playable. It had bugs, it had its issues with pacing in the story and, so on. But basically, what happened with that game is journalists ripped it apart. Like, they didn't give that game a chance whatsoever. As soon as it came out, they were on that, like, so quick. And then, you have other games that release that have, like, bugs that will completely crash your game, take away your save data, and there's no way you can get that back. There's this atmosphere in the game industry with certain groups of people where, they'll accept anything that's given to them. And then, you have the other side of it where they do call out these bugs and they do voice their opinions on the matter and they are consistent. So, it's a very 50-50 split in my eyes. Like, just recently as well, we had Hogwarts Legacy come out, and that is controversial. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the controversial side of it. I'm going to talk about how it was released. So, from different articles, there's been, reports that it's buggy, you count bugs all the time, and then I'm seeing it's getting 9 out of 10 and all that. Like, this is what I mean by the inconsistency, right? You have journalists who will review a game they have not finished. Now, my personal opinion, you should play the whole game before you review it. That's my personal opinion. And I think many people would agree with me that, you should play a whole game before you give it a review. So with Far Cry, like, as you've seen in these clips, like, this is me and my friend having fun with bugs, right? As you can see, he's just gone on an adventure there through the fence with the motorbike. We had fun with this game to a point where it saved the game for us because we didn't enjoy the story, but the bugs kept the game alive. Like, we had so much fun with these bugs because it didn't break our game. Like, we could still play the game from start to finish without encountering a bug that completely game crashed the whole thing and you had to start again. And there's been many games I played with my friend here where that's been our experience with games. Like, most of the games I've played have been, like, yeah, they've had a load of bugs in it, but it's been fun. This is the other side of bugs in games, is the fun side of it. Like, I think these types of bugs shouldn't be patched unless they, absolutely need to be. But if the players are having fun, keep them in if you can. You know, like GTA 4 with the swing. That was an hilarious bug. Like, back in the day, me and my group of friends would go on that game and spend hours on that swing, just flying up in the air, because we found it hilarious. But then you have games like Cyberpunk, where it released super broken and unplayable, at least for console. PC got off a lot more lightly than the console did. But even then, CD Projekt had to make a statement on the matter, like apologising to the fans, which in itself you shouldn't have to do. Like, that shouldn't be a thing that has to happen. What I will say about Cyberpunk is the next gen version of the game is playable, still has bugs, not as game breaking, but it is the best way to play the game if you're on console, is through the next gen consoles, or again PC. Though the last gen version is still a mess, which is unfortunate, and that shouldn't be the case, but unfortunately it is. Luckily, I don't think we've actually had another game like Cyberpunk where it's released in such a poor state. Touch wood, we never have to go through that again, because that was one hell of a mess that will leave scars on everybody's mind. But if you do play the next gen version, you will have more fun with it. It is a much better game. I couldn't have fun with the PS4 version. I tried like an hour of it, and then I switched it off and I uninstalled the game, and then the next patch came out and I was like, alright, I'll try it again because it's free. But that's basically wrapping it up on the Cyberpunk side of things. Gonna leave some Cyberpunk clips in the background. These are gonna be from the PS5, so you can see there's still some bugs in, you know, the PS5 version and whatnot. So yeah, we're getting to the conclusion part of my video, which basically is, just finish your goddamn games before you release them. Don't put a release date out unless you know you're going to be able to release it at that time. I know there's crunch in the industry and it sucks, but take as much time as you need to make your games. That's all I'm saying. You don't need to get them out so quickly. You know, the moment you do that, you get a Cyberpunk situation. Like Dead Island 2, for example, got delayed indefinitely, and now it's finally got a release date, but then it got delayed again from March to April. It's like, it's a headache for us as, you know, gamers. We don't want to have to deal with broken games unless they are fun. As in, fun bugs, not complete game breaking ones. So yeah, that's basically my opinion on the game industry and the bugs in gaming. I made this video basically out of frustration. Like, I picked this topic out of frustration, the amount of games I've played over the years where they were just unfinished, and, you know, I've lost save data. Ghost Recon Wildlands, I lost so much progress in that game due to a save data glitch bug thing. So yeah, it's made out of frustration. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you with this last clip. So, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Peace.
The sound of the chimes is not unpainful at this distance, so perhaps you could stop? Already here, as it were. So, I see. You're deliberately attempting to push me into some sort of emotional outburst, aren't you? Well, I'm not so easily swayed, my good man. Stop with the stupid chime!